Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, October 2nd, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. A gunman perched high in the 32nd floor of a Las Vegas Strip hotel, apparently the Mandalay Bay, unleashed a shower of bullets at an outdoor country music festival below, starting at about 10 p.m. Las Vegas time last night. At the end, over 50 people have been killed, more than 200 wounded. Tens of thousands of frantic concertgoers ran for their lives. The Mandalay Bay Hotel apparently was where the gunman was located. He apparently had the time to shoot automatic weapons uninterrupted for at least 15 minutes until SWAT teams broke into his room on the 32nd floor and killed him. Police shut down the Las Vegas Strip. They even shut down flights at McCarran International Airport for a time. Hospital emergency rooms were inundated with victims. They've identified the gunman as a 64-year-old man. His name is Stephen Paddock. This is now the deadliest mass shooting in American history. The prior record had been held by the Orlando, Florida nightclub shooting, which had 49 dead in that one. President Trump is scheduled to make an unrelated appearance today on regulatory reform at 11 a.m. and it's expected that he'll say a few words about this event. An Airbus A380 operated by Air France bound for Los Angeles from Paris on Sunday apparently suffered an uncontained engine failure in mid-flight. It was forced to land at the Gander Airport in Newfoundland. Air France Flight 66 from Paris to LA was passing over Greenland when it was rocked by an uncontained engine failure. Photos from inside the plane showed the front cowling and a fan disc of the number 4 engine, outermost on the right side, completely sheared off. The U.S. manufacturer of the engine, Connecticut-based Engine Alliance, said it was investigating the failure, which the airline said caused serious damage. Air France said that the regularly trained pilots and cabin crew handled the situation perfectly. Passengers and all on board were safe in Gander. The aircraft involved, an A380-800 series, is 7 years old. London-listed insurer Hiscox said the insurance market is starting to harden as it put the net cost of claims from Hurricanes Harvey and Irma for themselves at around $225 million. Hiscox CEO Brannick Masojeda said that cat events had already pushed rates up in certain areas, including big-ticket property insurance and cat reinsurance. He said he expects price rises to spread to non-cat exposed lines. Shore Capital analyst Eamon Flanagan, who follows Hiscox, fully concurs with Masojeda's comments about pricing. Flanagan said that recent hurricane activity are likely to be catalysts for strong and steady rate increases over the coming months in our view. AIG slipped out from under the regulatory thumb imposed by the administration of former President Obama today, actually over the weekend, after the Financial Stability Oversight Council voted to remove the global insurer from the too big to fail category. The designation had forced AIG, as well as anybody else so classified, to comply with a myriad of new rules and put them under regulatory oversight by the Federal Reserve, one of the nation's bank regulators. Since the 2013 designation, AIG has stripped down by selling assets and taking other steps that the company used to argue that it was no longer necessary to keep them under such strict supervision. The fifth largest airline in the United Kingdom, Monarch Airlines, has collapsed. They have ceased trading, canceled all future flights. Hundreds of thousands of customers have been affected. 10,000 passengers are somewhere overseas and are now facing difficulty getting back. Monarch employed about 2,100 people, reported a net loss of £291 million last year. The Los Angeles Times wrote an article over the weekend about earthquake insurance in California after large earthquakes in Mexico and in other parts of the country. The California Earthquake Authority tends to get increased interest from California homeowners. This was the same case after the Mexican earthquake last month. In California, only 10.8% of Californians with residential insurance carry earthquake coverage. This compares to 33% who carried earthquake coverage back in January of 1994 when the Northridge earthquake hit, causing $44 billion in property damage. According to the CEA head Glenn Pomeroy, it's stunning. The fact that 90% of homeowners are uninsured for earthquake is a terrible thing for California to be resilient and to be able to survive the next big quake. For renters in California, only 5% of them actually carry earthquake insurance. People mistakenly often believe that earthquake coverage is part of their normal homeowners or rental insurance policies, or they have the misconception that if the earthquake is big enough, the federal government will give them help. But grants from the Federal Emergency Management Agency are typically capped at $33,300. So the phones at the CEA are ringing. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.